Hi, I'm here at the hotel in Indonesia, in Bandung, where we've been working for a week. I did intend to make a video sometime through the week, but we've been so busy with the work in the day and then usually some sort of meeting or being taken for a meal or something in the evening. So it's been a busy time. We're tired, but it's been a very successful, very interesting time. I never thought when I started I would be working so much with Muslim communities. It's interesting, the work in Bosnia and the work here in Indonesia, and really starting to connect with wonderful people. So training what we discussed to call feel-good coaches, because stress coach sounded too stressful and well-being doesn't translate in Indonesian. We thought about what is the purpose of the coaches, and it's to go from stress and to focus on your well-being, and well-being is about feeling good in body, mind, emotions. So we were able to come up with a translation for feel-good coaches. So training these coaches, really getting them tuned in to why we feel the way we feel, what a trigger can do to cause us to connect to a past event, and really extend the training that I've been giving from focusing on trauma and actually going back and releasing past trauma to creating safety in the present moment and acknowledging a past event, accepting that it happened, but basically putting it down and refocusing awareness to the body, creating safety, somatic safety, so I'm feeling that I'm present, and my heart is regulating my body and my mind to tell me that I'm here now in the present moment. It's really been interesting working with this lovely group of people. We had 16 in the training, and I know that, you know, an emotion is an emotion in any language. An emotion, although they may have slightly different ways of talking about or expressing them, we are able to identify body language and emotions. So I've been training people, I suppose you'd say effectively, to be more, to be aware of how empathic they are, to use that, to use the heart rate variability and coherence to become more empathic, but also to become able to lead other people in calming their emotions, accepting them, and then adding in heart-focused tapping to be able to release what comes up. So this factory, the pilot is with 750 workers, which is a very small part of this huge factory. And now they have these coaches to cope with people who have issues that come up and need some help. It's such an honour to do it. It's such an honour to train people, and also to, of course, as we go along, be developing my own awareness, my own understanding, my own research with what I'm doing, and that feeds back into conscious health practice, into the work in Bosnia. I had a few epiphanies about just how things fit together, how things are going to be easier to teach, easier to get people to understand, how I can extend connecting different things I teach together. Kind of everything seems to be clicking into place at the moment. So if you're interested in the way that I am teaching things, in the way that I am using these quite amazing opportunities, like working with severe PTSD in Bosnia, like working with different cultures in Thailand and in Indonesia, and we now have possibly China, Vietnam, and possibly Mauritius, which is actually mostly Bangladeshi people working in Mauritius. You know, how we are really a global village, how we really are all connected, then, you know, conscious health practice is really where I put that together for just normal people like yourselves who want to understand why we feel the way we feel, why we have symptoms, why we don't heal, don't get better, and what we can do to change that, take control of that again, and actually start to be able to manage our health, our mental, emotional and physical health, and have a healthier, happier life. So all of this research and experience is coming together into conscious health practice, and what I'm not doing here is the root cause analysis side. So when we have this conscious root cause analysis and we connect what is stressing us and triggering us and our symptoms back to where we learned those things or where we had those previous events, then we get the really full picture and we know exactly what to do to clear it. So heart-focused healing is the technique that I'm developing. It's the technique that is really the accumulation of everything that I've learned, everything that all my amazing training, I've learned through training with some amazing people, and there are consistent things through those good trainings. There's a consistent theme to energy, to an ethical theme, I would say. So in exploring that and in starting to put some of those principles together, but also look at where things were not quite working for me and what could I do about that. I've developed heart-focused healing, and it is really starting to be, let's say, sometimes less is more. We can use it in all kinds of complicated ways, but actually beginning with the basics and getting a foundation of the basics is really important, so we understand the principles behind it and the practices behind why we do them. Once somebody's trained in those main principles, then it becomes possible for you to own it and actually use it in your own way, which is, I think, is the only way that something can grow, is if somebody can own it for themselves. So I'm really excited to be having these opportunities, but I'm especially excited that it is really coming together into a framework that I can share with people, and into developing techniques that I feel are really powerful and going to be helping a lot of people to very safely, very calmly heal past trauma and past experiences, and release trapped emotions, frozen events, incomplete events. And those events can be completed and learned from and released, so that we can return to health and become happy. So watch this space for conscious health practice. There's a link at the bottom, and I hope to see you on a training, or maybe on a webinar or an online training that I'm developing soon, so that we can spread the word and we can spread health and happiness. So bye-bye from Indonesia, from there's some planes we're about to get on. This is Bandung, and we'll be leaving today, so back to England.